Is a 55 plus community right for you? What does it even mean to be age restricted? Are there just senior citizens all over these communities? Hi, my name's Cameron and welcome to Discover AZ Lifestyles. Here today, we're going to answer a lot of these questions. If you want to give our video a thumbs up and like it based on the content at the end, that'd be great. You can also go in and subscribe, set your alerts to our channel so that you get all the updated videos as we make them. So let's start by understanding what a 55 plus lifestyle community really is. And the easiest way for me to do this is to kind of categorize these communities into three separate buckets. The first is what I would call, more assisted living facilities like memory care and independent living. These offer rental opportunities primarily. And this is not something that typically a realtor can help you with, unfortunately. You will need to kind of engage directly with these companies to understand their costs and features and what's generally included with them. They do offer more late stage assistance for folks at that stage in life. The second category is mobile and manufactured home communities. Now, here in Arizona, you do actually get an opportunity in most of these developments to own your home. What you typically don't own in those subdivisions is the land. There are usually lot leases associated with these properties, and they can range well over $1,000 a month in some cases. And while that seems high, the cost of these homes tend to be very low. I mean, lower than what you can find in a single family home. I've seen some as low as $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 seems to be kind of the meat of that market right there. An excellent option for a more price sensitive buyer who may only be here a few months of the year and not looking to spend $250,000 or more on a 55 plus second home maybe. Our final category is what we commonly more refer to as 55 plus lifestyle or resort style communities. This concept was developed in 1960 by a man named Del Webb, who built the very first of many Sun City communities throughout the Northeast Valley of Phoenix, Arizona, and now all over the country. He had a pretty incredible vision to attract folks who were, recently retired. He built strip malls, grocery stores, bowling alleys, golf courses, of course, all within a very tight-knit, close area that you could literally drive your golf cart to, and was kind of developed this concept to where Sun City now, just the original Sun City, has about 30,000 residences. Today's lifestyle communities are much smaller than that, but offer the same very attractive ways of living that started so many decades ago. So now that we have some context into what's actually available out there, let's focus on this third category and kind of talk about some top reasons folks choose to live in these lifestyle 55 plus communities. First is lifestyle. I can't overuse that word enough. Whether it involves physical active activities like golf, pickleball, hiking, swimming, or a more laid back approach to bunco or photography or arts and crafts. These types of communities offer a lifestyle for everyone, regardless of the size of the community. I walk through these places every day and there's always something going on, sometimes informal, sometimes planned. Some offer facilities, more facilities, I should say, than others, based on the size of the development, but they all have an availability of lifestyle to take advantage of. And I think the most important part of that is that you're doing it with folks at the same stage in life who has similar interests. Great way to spend your time. Number two is the low cost of living. With nearly 10,000 boomers retiring each day across the country, they come from all walks of life. Some had higher incomes or ran small businesses, while others come from, more blue collar careers. With the selection available the selections available to a retiree in the Phoenix area, there's really going to be a community that's affordable for everyone. Of course, the price of the home is the main expense to consider, but you have to also factor the kind of, ancillary costs like HOA fees, taxes, just local goods and services to name a few when you're comparing. Most HOAs in these communities will run you an average of about 200, maybe 250 a month. There are, of course, some that are lower than that, some that are higher than that. They don't all include the same thing. So that's why it's always good to engage with your professional real estate agent to get more detail on that. Arizona also has one of the lowest tax bases in the country. And most people don't know this, but there's no state income tax on Social Security income. That's a nice piece of it. And then as for goods and services, nearly all these communities are located in suburban areas with plenty of access to all types of shopping, including lower cost stores like Winco Foods and others. Number 3, secure living. Now, not all of these communities are gated, and for some that's a must-have. We get that. Good news for those folks is there is plenty to choose from. But the reality is that gates are not a sure bet against theft and solicitation. The two main concerns we hear most from our clients when they're looking for a gated community. What is guaranteed, however, is that you will not be surrounded by teenagers or younger people who kind of tend to be the more dominant demographics when it comes to, minor crimes like loitering, vandalism, public disruption type stuff. Knowing that you'll be surrounded by folks over the age of 55, and that the majority of the community associations employ some sort of security patrol or presence, you should feel good about choosing to live in a 55+ community when it comes to a secure way of life. Number 4, stable housing. So statistically, we see 55+ communities weathering the ups and downs of real estate a little bit better than your traditional family communities. Now, this works both ways. When we see a dip in the overall real estate market, we certainly see that in the 55+ communities, and it follows the same pattern when prices go up. But the validity or the volatility, is pretty mild compared to the rest of the market. So if we see, let's say, a 10% drop year over year in a traditional family community, as an example, we might only see a 5 or 6% drop in an active adult subdivision. This is likely rooted in the fact that a larger percentage of buyers in this demographic pay cash or put a sizable down payment toward their loan. When this happens, there are less distressed sales, owners can take care of their property more, and when combined with the incredible amenities, clubs, and activities available to the residents, the value remains very stable. Number 5 is social connection. This is quite honestly the number one reason we see folks move to a community like this. They're looking for a connection that they don't currently have access to. Now, some move closer to be closer to family, but they aren't willing to sacrifice their own social experience for that. And at a 55+ lifestyle community, you really can have it all. The larger the community, the more there is to do, of course. If a club or a group doesn't exist, you have an opportunity to create one typically. And if you've been wanting to try a specific hobby or activity kind of your whole life, and now you have the chance to do that by moving into one of these great resort and lifestyle communities. I often hear from my clients, it's like going back to college all over again. They get a chance to be free to make their own choices and how they spend their time, and they do it their way. Well, that should cover us on a high level view of 55+ communities. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, please remember to like this video. If you feel like we did a good job, subscribe to our channel, set up the alerts if you want to be notified of new videos that we post related to all topics real estate here in the state of Arizona. My name is Cameron, and thanks for watching Discover AZ Lifestyles.